Welcome to Streamline Legal Plus this month, where we're talking about email communications and Clio. And so today we're going to talk all things communication, email communication, specifically within Clio Grow and Clio Manage. So we're going to talk about the different ways that we can utilize the features within Grow and Manage in order to improve and uplevel our email communications with our clients. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, before we look at the software, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page as to why we might even want to do our email communications through Clio Grow or Clio Manage. Because of course, if we just have an email program, which we all have, Outlook, Google, something like that, we can, of course, just draft emails, respond back and forth, do all the wonderful things that we do within our email. But why would we want to do that inside of our practice management or inside of our intake software? And so we're going to talk about one of the biggest reasons that we would even want to do this in the first place is we want to allow other people within our team access to these emails and the information in these emails in order to help us so that they can help us carry out the business of the firm, right? Now, the nice part about doing that through our practice management software is I don't necessarily want to give someone the full access to my entire email account, but I do want them to be able to see the emails that came regarding this particular client or this particular matter, right? And so by sharing those emails in my practice management software, now I can go ahead and give them access to those particular emails, but they don't have access to my entire account. Additionally, it helps me as the supervising attorney on these matters to be able to have access to that information without going into every team member's email account as well. I also do not want to be copied on every single email. If you feel like you're getting too many emails and you're being copied on too many things, it could be that this is your answer. Have these emails saved in your practice management, save them in Clio so that you don't have to go and access everyone's email account, just know what's going on, or get copied on every single email just to know what's going on, right? When I need to know, when I want to know, I can go into Clio, I can look at the communications and I can see what's happening. So those are two of the biggest reasons that I would encourage you to do your emailing through Clio and Clio Grow so that we can make sure to have access to those things and limit that access where necessary. Of course, within Clio Manage, if we have those permissions set, we can limit the amount of people that can access particular matters. And as a result, they won't be able to access the emails either. So there's another great reason that we can use Clio and its features in order to monitor that. Now, let's dive in. We're going to first take a look at Clio Manage and how we can use Clio Manage to help us with our emails. And then we're going to look at Clio Grow in our second half of our presentation to see how Clio Grow can also help us with email communications. So let me first hop over to our Clio Manage screen because there is a little bit of setup that we need to do in order to make sure that this is working. Okay, so when we log into Clio Manage, we are going to actually first check our settings to make sure that they're going to work here. So we're going to go over to settings on the left-hand menu here. And in the middle here, we've got this apps category, right? And so I want to go ahead and click on apps, and I'm going to find either Microsoft or Google, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the one that is my email provider. And I'm going to go ahead, in my case, it's Google. And in this case, you can see that it's been enabled, right? If it has not been enabled, there will be a button in the upper right. Instead of saying disconnect, it will say connect. You'll click on that, give it permission to access your email, and then your screen will turn into exactly what we see here where it says it's enabled, right? Now, here's a tip. When we go to create these emails, if you're not seeing an email option or the button that says email, it's probably because this integration is not set up yet. So do check those settings first, make sure that this is enabled, and then you'll be able to send out the emails exactly the way that we'll show right now. Now, the second thing that I would double check in your settings before we move out of here is I'm going to come back to settings. And this time I'm going to go to communications at the very bottom. And I'd like to add an email signature, right? So I'm in Daniel Demo's account. So I went ahead and put in a signature for Daniel. And in fact, we can even put in a photo, right? I've got a headshot of Daniel right here. And I can do whatever I can edit my signature to make it look however I want. I have some color here. I've got some different fonts. I'm going to go ahead and click save once I'm happy with that, right? And now it will save my email signature. Now, pro tip here, if you are able to use the same signature in your Outlook or Google account and just use that same signature in Clio, make them look exactly the same, your clients will be none the wiser that some of your emails might have come from Clio, some of them might have come from Google or Outlook, right? And in fact, a lot of times, if you just simply copy and paste it right out of your email signature into this Clio email signature, it should form out very similarly, if not exactly the same. So I would highly recommend just copy and paste the signature that you already have in your email account. And then, of course, I'll click save here at the bottom, and that will save my signature. Now I'm ready to actually create and send out emails through Clio Manage, okay? So the easiest way to do this, I think, is when I'm actually working in a matter. So let's say I'm working on this bankruptcy matter right here. It's really nice to be able to come over to my communications tab here while I'm thinking about it and go to the new button, and I've got that email option right here. Now, again, if you don't have the email option, that's because the settings are not connected to your email account. So go back and do that step. But I can click right here on email. And when I do that, it's going to already know what matter I was in. It knows who it's coming from, of course. And then I can choose who I want to send this to. By default, it's going to put the client's name in there. And a lot of times I am writing the client, so that's easy enough. Or I can delete that and add in a different person as well. So I can go ahead and I'll need to put in a subject. By the way, some of the things that will make this easier for you, we've got this add autofill data, okay? And you'll see we've got some options of things that we can use. So for example, if I want to reference the client, I can click on the client's full name right here and it'll feed it right into my subject, right? Or if I want to reference the matter, I can go ahead and put the matter